Are you just a spectator who surrenders, or a fighter who is ready to rip through every obstacle? Here, we don't wait for the situation to change. We are the ones who make the situation bow. Problems are not a sign that you are defeated. Problems are a call to level up. If you stop now, you bury your potential alive. The world will not wait for people who are busy complaining. The world only gives place to those who dare to stand and fight. Every time problems come, it is an invitation. An invitation to prove that you are tougher than life's blows. Don't run, don't hide, look it in the eye, grab its neck and turn it into a stepping stone. Because every obstacle contains an opportunity that can only be seen by those who are willing to open their eyes. Do you want to know why many people are trapped in the same place? Because they think problems are walls, when in fact, problems are doors. The difference is the door is locked and the key is in your hand. Your perspective. Change your perspective. Change your life. Don't wait for things to get easy. Be the one who makes circumstances bow. Use pain as fuel. Use failure as a map. And use rejection as ammunition. Every scar is a sign that you are moving forward. From now on, stop asking, why is this happening to me? Start saying, good, this is my opportunity. Because champions are not born from comfort. Champions are forged on the battlefield. In the middle of a storm, under pressure that almost breaks bones. Problems are not the end. Problems are the beginning. The beginning of your strength, the beginning of your rise, the beginning of a story that will leave others speechless when they hear it. So stand up. Difficulties are like a thick fog in the middle of the journey. Most people stop because they cannot see the road ahead. But what separates the champions is this. They keep moving even when their vision is limited, because they know that behind the fog, there is light. Every pressure you feel is a sign that something valuable is waiting to be discovered. Problems only look like a burden to those who reject them, but for the brave, problems are a secret map leading to opportunities invisible to the ordinary eye. Do not let fear blind you. While others are busy complaining, you must be busy searching for openings. While others give up, you must reinvent your strategy. Opportunity rarely comes in a beautiful form. Often it disguises itself as difficulty that makes people retreat. The key is simple. Stop asking, why is this so hard? And start asking, what can I take from this? Because in every difficulty, there is a door that only opens for those who are willing to knock with courage. Remember, the greatest opportunities are often born from the most chaotic situations. So when the storm comes, do not hide for too long. Stand in the middle of the rain, look up to the sky, and say to yourself, when the storm comes, those who panic will sink first, not because the storm is too big, but because their mind is too noisy. A chaotic mind is the greatest enemy when trouble hits. Calmness does not mean surrender. Calmness is a weapon. While others are busy running without direction, you stand tall, observing, calculating every step, then moving with precision. Clear your mind before making decisions. Take a deep breath. Remove the emotions that blind your logic. See the problem like a chessboard. Every move must be calculated. Every action carries consequences. Do not let anger or fear take the wheel. Let common sense lead, because the same problem can destroy one person but lift up another. The difference is in the clarity of thinking. Remember, still water reflects an image clearly, and so does a calm mind. It reflects solutions invisible to a troubled mind. So when pressure comes, do not rush to fight back. Be still for a moment, observe, then strike at the right point. That is how you turn problems into victories, without sacrificing yourself in the middle of battle. Pressure is like fire. It can burn everything to ashes or transform iron into steel. When life corners you, your mind is forced to work beyond its usual paths. And that is where creativity is born. Not from comfort, but from desperation. Do not wait for the perfect situation to think smart. It is precisely when time is short, resources are limited, and options seem closed, that wild ideas begin to emerge. Not because you want to, but because you have to. Creativity under pressure is not about talent. It is about the courage to try what you've never done before, to tinker with methods, to shift perspectives, to use whatever is in their hands. Those who rely only on plans will panic when the plan fails. But those who train their minds to improvise will always find a way out, even in the darkest corridor. So when pressure comes, do not just survive. Use that pressure as a trigger. Let your adrenaline unlock doors of ideas that have been shut for too long. Because often, your greatest work is not born when you are relaxed, but when you are cornered and have no choice but to be creative. There are moments when life pushes you to the lowest point. Your breath feels heavy, your steps drag, and every road looks blocked. In that moment, what saves you is not luck, not the help of others, but the strength you have built within yourself. Mental toughness. Mental toughness is not something you are born with. It is forged from wounds, from failure, from long nights you endured alone. It is born when you choose to keep standing, even when every reason to quit is staring you in the face. Enduring hard times is not about who is the smartest or who is the strongest physically. It is about who refuses to break, who is willing to stare at the storm and say, "You will not break me." You cannot avoid hard times, but you can decide how you come out of them. Will you come out as a victim or come out as a version of yourself that is harder, sharper, and more ready to face whatever comes next? Remember this, hard times do not last forever, but those with mental toughness will outlast every storm that tries to knock them down. And when the storm finally passes, the world will see you are still standing. Failure is not a dead end. It is only a sign that the path you're taking needs adjustment. Many people see failure as the end of the story, when in fact it's only a chapter that teaches you how to write the next one with more precision. Every time you fall, you bring something back with you. Experience, understanding, and stronger instincts. That's capital that cannot be bought. Those who have never failed will never know the power of rising again with a more complete set of tools. Do not waste your time regretting what has already passed. Dissect your failure like a strategist studying a war map. Find out where the gap is, what made you slip, and how to turn that weakness into a weapon. The sweetest victories are always born from those who have tasted the bitterness of defeat, because they know the price of every step, and they will not repeat the same mistake. So do not be afraid to fail. Be afraid if you stop learning from that failure, because failure that is processed into lessons will transform into a solid foundation for the next success. And when that moment comes, you will stand on the peak, not because you never fail, but because you always chose to rise higher than ever before. Every word that underestimates you, every look that doubts you is fuel. Do not waste energy responding with emotion. Store it all. Let it become the fire that drives your steps forward. Criticism is like a mirror. Sometimes it reflects a bitter truth. Sometimes it only reflects the bias of others. Your job is to sort it out. Take what can build you and throw away what only seeks to tear you down. Rejection, it is not a sign that you are not worthy. It is a sign that you must look for another door or build one yourself. The world does not always give permission, but the world always makes room for those who dare to take it. Do not let the voices of others become chains on your feet. Use those voices as the rhythm of your stride. Every you can't they speak. Answer with actions that prove the opposite. In the end, the greatest proof is not words. The greatest proof is when those who once doubted you are forced to admit that you've succeeded without ever asking for their approval. In times of crisis, your strength is not only in what you know, but in who you know. The relationships you build in calm times are the bridges that will save you in hard times. Do not wait until things get worse to look for a hand to hold. Build connections before the storm comes. Nurture those relationships with honesty, with helping one another, and with respect. Because when the world starts to shake, people will remember who once stood beside them. Using your network does not mean using people. It is about mutual strengthening. When you give value to others, they will give value back to you. When you open doors for them, they will open doors you didn't even know existed. In the midst of crisis, one piece of timely information can change the course of your life. One recommendation can open opportunities you never imagined. And one person who believes in you can be the reason you keep standing when everything feels like it's falling apart. Do not underestimate the power of relationships. On the battlefield of life, a solid network is your reserve army. They are not just spectators. They are comrades in arms who will pull you back up when you start to stumble.